We often think love is about grand gestures, roses on Valentine's Day, weekend getaways, whispered I love yous. But real love? It's quieter. It's in the moments we miss if we're not paying attention. And sometimes what women need most in a relationship isn't something they feel safe enough to say out loud. She might smile through her silence, hold it all together, and never ask for more, hoping maybe that you'll just feel what she's carrying. This video is for the men who want to do more than love her. They want to understand her. We're diving deep into 8 powerful emotional needs women have in relationships, the ones that go unspoken, but never unfelt. And if you listen with your heart, not just your ears, you'll find yourself unlocking a deeper kind of connection, one that changes everything. If that's the kind of man you're becoming, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. Number 1. Emotional safety over everything. Love is important, but if she doesn't feel emotionally safe with you, that love starts to feel more like a performance than a partnership. Emotional safety means she can let her guard down, cry without judgment, speak her truth without fear, and express her vulnerability without it later being used against her. It's knowing that her messy days won't scare you away, and her soft spots won't become targets in an argument. This isn't about coddling. It's about creating a space where she can be her full self, strong, soft, joyful, overwhelmed, and still be met with gentleness and understanding. When she feels emotionally safe, she blooms. Her laughter gets louder. Her love gets deeper. She stops bracing for impact and starts trusting in the relationship. Quiet truth. The woman who feels emotionally safe with you will love you more fully than the one who's always trying to protect her heart around you. So ask yourself, does she feel safe to fall apart, or does she feel like she has to hold it all together around you? Number 2. Presence. Not just your physical one. Being in the room with her isn't enough. She needs you to be with her. That means your mind, your eyes, your energy, not distracted, not halfway there, not giving her the scraps of your attention after a long day. True presence is rare, and that's why it's so powerful. It tells her, you matter more than the noise. You're not background, you're my focus. When she talks, listen with more than your ears. Put the phone down, ask questions, notice her expressions. Be there in the moment like nothing else matters. Because to her, emotional connection doesn't always come from big conversations. Sometimes it's built in the quiet moments when you simply see her. Real talk. She doesn't want to compete with your screen time or your stress. She wants to feel like she is the moment you're in, not something to get to after everything else. Presence doesn't cost money, but it's one of the most generous forms of love you can give. Number 3. To be chosen. Every day, not just once. A relationship isn't sealed by the first I love you or the day you move in together. It's built daily, through conscious choice. She wants to feel chosen, not just claimed. There's a difference. Chosen means she doesn't have to perform for your attention. It means in a world where your time and energy are pulled in 1,000 directions, you still make her a priority. That could be as small as checking in during a hectic day, or as big as defending her peace when others don't. She needs to know she's not just a fixture in your life, but an active part of your heart. This isn't about insecurity. It's about reassurance. In a world that often asks women to shrink, compromise, or go unnoticed, she needs to feel like your love isn't passive, but intentional. So remind her with your actions, not just your words. I still choose you, today, always. Number 4. Deep conversations that go beyond. How was your day? Women crave depth. She wants conversations that unravel her, not just update her. Surface talk feels safe, but it doesn't build intimacy. She wants the kind of exchanges that make her feel seen, not just spoken to. Ask her about her childhood dreams, her fears, the memories she doesn't share often, what lights her up, what keeps her up. She wants to feel like you're curious, not just about her day, but about her soul. That's what builds emotional intimacy. When she realizes you don't just love her, you're endlessly interested in her. These deep talks are where connection happens. They're where you build trust, emotional safety, and a bond that lasts through time. Truth is, when you stop asking questions, the relationship stops growing. So ask more. Listen harder. Dig deeper. Number 5. Affection that feels intentional, not routine. Affection isn't just a ritual. It's a language, and she knows when it's spoken with intention and when it's not. A quick kiss before bed is nice. But what she really longs for is unexpected tenderness, a warm hand on her back while she's cooking, a soft kiss on the forehead during a random moment, or you wrapping her up in your arms simply because you missed her, not because it's expected. These small gestures whisper, "I still see you, I still want you." And for her, that means everything. She wants to feel desired, not just loved. There's a difference. Love can be steady and safe, but desire is active. It says, "You're still the one I'd choose in a room full of people." Affection that's spontaneous, thoughtful, and real tells her that the spark hasn't dimmed, that you're still as drawn to her today as you were when you first fell. So the next time you pass by her, don't just walk by. Reach out, pull her close. Remind her that the magic between you isn't something you take for granted. It's something you keep choosing to create. Number 6, a safe space for her darker emotions. It's easy to love her when she's glowing. But what about when she's grieving, overwhelmed, anxious, or angry? She wants to know she doesn't have to smile to be worthy of your tenderness, that her darker emotions won't be met with dismissal, impatience, or pressure to cheer up. When life gets heavy, she doesn't need solutions right away. She needs presence, a space to unravel, a hand to hold while the storm passes. She wants to be able to say, "I'm not okay," without fearing that you'll shut down, withdraw, or turn it into something about you. These moments are tests of emotional maturity, not because you're expected to fix her, but because you're invited to simply be there. She doesn't want to feel like a burden. She wants to feel safe showing you the parts of her that aren't polished or pretty, the parts she hides from the world. Hidden truth, she doesn't need you to rescue her. She just needs you to stay. Your steady presence in her storms will earn her trust in ways that grand romantic gestures never could. Number 7, appreciation without performance. She wants to feel appreciated, not just when she's achieving, producing, or doing things for you, but even in her stillness. She doesn't want to earn your love like it's a promotion. She wants to feel that your love sees her even when she's messy, exhausted, or imperfect. Appreciation, in its truest form, is noticing her heart, not just her habits. Thanking her for the little ways she holds you together. Acknowledging the emotional labor she puts into the relationship. Recognizing when she's stretched thin, even if she doesn't say a word. It's easy to celebrate her on birthdays or anniversaries. But what about the days when she's silently carrying the weight of a dozen things you never see? When you appreciate her without asking her to perform, you're telling her, you're not loved for what you do, you're loved for who you are. And that kind of love makes her exhale. It makes her feel like she doesn't have to fight to be noticed, because your eyes are already on her, even when no one else is watching. Number 8, a love that feels like partnership, not parenting. She's not looking for a parent, she's looking for a partner. Someone who walks beside her, not in front of her. Someone who shares the emotional load, not someone who expects her to carry it all. True partnership is built on mutual respect, on collaboration, not control, on checking in, not checking up. She wants her voice to matter, in decisions, in dreams, in the daily rhythm of life. Too often, women are expected to manage the home, the schedule, the emotional temperature, while also nurturing everyone else. What she craves is a dynamic where the responsibilities are shared and the respect is mutual. She doesn't want to lead you or be led by you. She wants to build with you, side by side, strengths complementing each other. So instead of asking her what she needs help with, look around, take initiative, step in, show up. A woman who feels like an equal in her relationship will give the kind of love that transforms everything, because she's no longer carrying the weight of love alone. The truth is, women aren't too emotional. They're just tired of hiding their emotions to feel easy to love. They're not asking for fairy tale perfection, they're asking for real connection. So if you want to be the man who earns her trust, her laughter, and the parts of her soul she rarely shows, then don't just listen. Learn her. Learn the quiet ways she asks for love, the silences that mean more than words, the strength behind her softness. Because when you give her a love that feels like safety, presence, and partnership, you don't just win her heart, you free it. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to tap that like button. Subscribe for more insight on building stronger connections, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. She doesn't need perfection, she needs to be understood. And that's where your power lies.